Well, it looks like it's snowing here at Wonderworks in July. Emma's going to tell us what he's been doing to make all this snow.
Hey there. So we have the initial rough out of the dash. This is expanded polystyrene. That's their styrofoam, but a much higher density. We have the initial profile, of course, along the top side here, and it's mostly smoothed down. There's still a little bit of refinement. We have this is the drawing of the relief for the top side, and that'll be essentially as if it's cut right off. The underside has already been hot wired out, and just the initial rough in, and it is supported, it's not mounted. Yeah, I have some safety guards to make sure I don't scratch up the aluminum, and be heading on to the final. Yes.
What's this line here?
This would be this is the approximate area of the final relief, as if it's cut straight back.
Once it's carved down to that?
Yes, yeah, I'll be, just carving it and scraping it all the way down to that point until it's refined.
Excellent.
Great.
So Eammon, tell us about these seats.
Oh, this is just a kind of a proof of concept, partly for the springs that we're looking at using. Some different lacing techniques, obviously not the proper stuff that we're going to use to lace it up, and this is not the final mounting, but it's more just a proof to see operation and weight carrying. And then having separate pads and whatnot, it was just easier to go around. We may go for like a square rectangle or so, and of course it's not going to be in welded steel. It'll be actually carved aluminum, reliefed and polished, radiused. So that'd be very beautiful and ornate, organic.
Yeah, and I saw some drawings that you had an idea for the sides. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, it's very, very swoopy and elegant, matching a lot of the lines here. A lot of these very gradual curves, and with it just being right here and very short dorsal, you're looking right at that. So it'd be gorgeous. This is the start of all of these units, all of the dash and the side pods. This is going to be the passenger side, side pod, right next to the seat. I do have on the end here, so this is the relief. This is all going to be removed. This curve right here is actually the curve of the inside door. This is going to stick around because I'd like it to come a little bit deeper into the fender well, but it'll be all removed up to this point, and then this radius will be drawn down all the way to the other end. I'll start on this side right here. So all that'll be, that way it just comes in really nice and tight, so it'll be nice and sturdy. So these are a bunch of the side profile concepts. So this would be the facing towards the occupant, the pilot, you might say, not necessarily the driver, and as if the whole dash were cut away right in the center. Let's say kind of like over here, as if it was cut straight down, this point, and then looking straight into the side.
Yeah, I see. So that's the profile.
Yes. Yeah. So looking at.
So when you open the door, you'll see that. That's what you'll see is the dash profile.
Exactly. It wouldn't be exactly like this, but you would see. This lip right here to the curve.
Right, because in there, if you look closely, you can see sort of the curve of the gauge.
Yes, protruding bubble, for center gauge.
Yeah.
Possible upper and lower lip. Some different curves, different angles.
And here's those seats again. A better idea of what the end game is going to be. Here's those springs that you.
And kind of a straight on, looking right at the pilot.
Right.
Armrest. This is where the armrests are actually coming way in, right over the seat itself. Not sure that we'll actually go with that route. It'll probably be more isolated like this, so you can see more of the seat, because we're going to have that organic carved aluminum on the outside.
Right. Of course.
So don't want to hide all the beautiful architecture. I'm usually the one who's telling everybody about all the safety and making sure that they wear all their safety gear. But I don't necessarily wear the dust mask the whole time while I'm working on this, especially with it, just chunking it out. It's not small particles, but doing this, it is, they're pretty fine. And when it gets into the fine tune, with the fine sanding, like it is up here, it gets really nice and smooth, but they're very tiny particles. So.
Stay tuned as Eammon finishes up this interior over the next month, 2 months probably.
It'll be really taking shape in these next few weeks. But of course, the fine tuning is where all the time happens. You know, it takes a lot more.
Yeah, you got to get the basic shape together before you can really start getting down to it.
About 2, maybe 3 weeks. You know, for the majority of the rough in here, for the sides here, and then have to add on a block to get up to this distance right here to give a curve up, because it's only 10 inches at the moment. So it comes straight back. So I need a little more foam for the back here. So I can get something, you know, nice and elegant coming up along the firewall. When it's all finely sanded down, you know, as smooth as we can get it, then we start going towards protecting this, because the fiberglass resin will actually melt through the styrofoam. So we have to do a protective layer, and then we start applying our fiberglass rod on top of this.